Good, beautiful morning, everybody, and welcome to the Wednesday edition of Shortcuts for Your Soul. My name is William Michael Forbes. I'm a spiritual medium, a channel, and an intuitive life coach. And today I have with me the energy of Archangel Michael, who wanted us to be reminded of the idea that in order to remember who you truly are, it's important that we meditate. That meditation is very important to remember who you are. And it's a very interesting and fascinating subject. A lot of people are so attached to the physical world as the sole locus of their identity that you reference yourself in terms of your body. But I'm curious to see what sort of information is going to come out today. Anyway, welcome. We're going to give a bit of time for people to come and join us. What's really important is that you understand what the concept of meditation is. It's essentially getting your body and your mind out of your way as being the primary reference points for your identity. Your mind and your body are reference points for your identity in this physical world, but it's not the source of what you actually are. But in order to know that, you have to put them aside to get to that realization. Right? Good morning, Amanda. Hello. So for those of you that are wondering, today it's meditation to remember, and it's about meditation to remember who you really are. It's a pretty remarkable process when you go through it. Like literally sitting down and taking the time to look at yourself, not your thoughts, not your memories, not your emotions, to literally put your mind and put your body aside, like taking off an outfit of clothing and putting it aside. He says when you do that, you're left with what you are. He says when you can put your mind and body into a deep meditative state that will, for all intents and purposes, appear to any outsider observer that you're asleep. If you go into like really deep meditation, an outside observer might assume that you were asleep, but you're actually not asleep. What's happening is you're putting the physical organism and you're putting the mental mechanism aside. That's the primary function of meditation, is to put your mind and your body aside, like hanging your clothes in a closet. That once you put your mind and your body aside for a little while, then you'll begin to experience yourself as that essential consciousness that you are, which is a direct spark of light from the divine itself, is what you are. You are the divine masked in the clothing of a mind and body. And it's really important at this time that you begin to remember yourself as you are and not as you've been trained to believe you think you should be. The function of meditation is in its process very simple and straightforward. The process of meditation is very simple and straightforward. It has two primary steps: getting the body to relax, to release and to let go of all distractions. So you put your body into a chair, or you may lie it down on a bed. You may go outside and lean up against a tree, but you want to put your body into a position where it's not actively engaging in the world, where it is passive. Again, you can lie the body down, you can sit the body down, you can lean against a tree. The goal is to get the body so it is not active, so that you are free to then go to the place of the mind, where your thoughts and your memories and your emotions are constantly trying to convince you of a reality that you've been conditioned to believe in, which keeps you distracted from the reality which is truly who you are. The reality which is truly who you are can only be found when you take the distractions and put them aside. The body is a distraction because it keeps you attached to the sensations in the world. The mind is a distraction because it's got all the information, opinions, beliefs, ideas about the world that keep you distracted by the world again. So both mind and body, when put aside, are the mechanisms that keep you attached exclusively to the physical dimension of experiential reality. When the mind and body are put aside and you allow them to be still, to be quiet, and to be peaceful, you begin to move into the vibrational framework of your own consciousness. This is the beginning step towards what you call an encounter with the divine, or an encounter with your guides, or an encounter with your angels can occur at this point when you can get the mind and body to be still and quiet and peaceful. You move into a different vibrational realm of perception. Whereas the eyes, the ears, the nose, the mouth, the thoughts keep you attached to the functions of the world as you understand them to be, the sensations of the world as you understand them to be. When the mind and body are put aside, you begin to break free of your attachment to the body and the mind as being the sole locus of your identity. Your identity then shifts from matter to consciousness, from the physical to the non-physical. And the process of remembering yourself as you are will be more of an experience than a definition. The experience of yourself as you truly are when the mind and body are put aside, usually the body and mind, when they're put aside, as you begin to elevate yourself away from the influences of the mind and body, the mind and body will go into what's called a corrective process. They begin to heal and restore when you begin to connect to your energy. In the physical dimension, your mind and body are sustained and maintained by the physical stimulations of this world. When you begin to move your awareness away from your attachment to the world, you begin to reconnect to the essential energy that represents you as a spiritual entity, as a soul, as a consciousness. And in that place of being, because you're moving from being a body and being a mind to being an awareness, a consciousness, undefined or limited or restricted by mind and body. That state of being begins to repair, correct, and rebuild the body back into the vibrational alignment with yourself as the soul. Whereas that reverse process happened when you came into the body. You went from being a divine soul and became attached to the mind and body. And so the function of meditation reverses this process. The practice of meditation reverses the process of you being attached to the mind and body as the sole locus of your identity, the primary place from which you view yourself. When that function of mind and body, you are free of them, you begin to experience yourself as you are, while the mind and body are simultaneously going to be corrected, repaired, rejuvenated, revitalized, re-energized, refreshed, because the nature and quality of your vibration is significantly higher in frequency than the functions of the physical dimension in and of itself. That is the organic nature of the body, the organic nature of the mind have only certain frequencies that they can work with, whereas you are a frequency that's much higher in amplitude and frequency than what the mind and body are. And when you go into the state of being what you are, your mind and body go through a spontaneous process of correction. But that is still not the primary reason for meditation. The primary reason for meditation is to remember who you are and from where you came. A lot of people have forgotten who they are and where did you come from. You know that you can logically evaluate, oh, I'm in a body, but how did I get in this body? That's a logical question that you can ask yourself. How did you get in that body? You came into the body. You came into the body. So here you are hearing these words. When you get to a position where you can intentionally put your mind and body aside so they do not distract you, that is when you can begin to explore not only the nature of who you truly are, but you also move into realms of perception outside the 5 physical senses. And this opens up the possibility of your connecting with us, your guides, your angels, your ascended beings, the ones that you wish to work with, the divine entities that are not in the physical frequency of dimension as you experience it in your physical body, but exist at a slightly different rate of perception than the ears or eyes can see and hear. In addition to connecting to your guides and angels, which can also become a distraction, because the ultimate goal of meditation is to remember, reunite, and connect with the Divine Father within you, to reconnect to the Holy Spirit within you here and now. And when the mind and body are not distracting you, keeping you thinking about your problems and the things that are going on in this world, then you have the opportunity to be open and receptive to experiencing that level of perception that lets you know that, one, that you are never, ever, ever alone, and two, that you have an eternal life that you can get connected to consciously while still existing in a physical body. You can remember that you are immortal. And then the function of how you will be in this world changes significantly when you realize that you are an immortal being. Something different can happen for you. But ultimately, to know the source of your life is the primary reason for meditation. My reason for coming up to this one is that there's a deep calling right now for many of you to get disconnected from your minds and bodies because they are confused. They've been made to be confused. Your bodies have been toxically interacted with by environmental elements. Your mind has been filled with considerations and concepts that are certainly not beneficial for your spiritual development and well-being, as they keep you attached to lower vibrational emotions like anger and fear, guilt and shame, physical impulses like aggression, and these types of energies do not support nor sustain your knowing and understanding that you are an immortal being. They keep you into a perception of being a finite being, so that when the body ceases to function, and this happens a great deal to many of you, when the body ceases to be existing, you forget that you live. You become so attached to the mind and body as being the identity of the self that when the mind and body cease to function, it's like a light being turned out in a room and you're left in pure darkness. You don't even know what's around you. You don't even know yourself anymore. And so the function of meditation serves to give you the opportunity to begin to experience and know yourself as you truly are, not as you are according to the beliefs and ideas and information that the world has imparted to you while you've been on your journey through time, space, and matter. So you have a wonderful opportunity now. It's a very simple thing to understand that meditation is not a difficult or complex process, but does require a persistence that without you will not achieve the result of knowing the self, knowing your divinity, communing with your guides and angels and other multidimensional realms of information that you can gain access to. Hello, good morning, hi. So we're talking about, for those of you that are here today, we are talking about meditating to remember who you are. It's what Archangel Michael wanted us to understand, that the primary reason for meditation is to remember who you are. Yeah, he's saying not who you think you are, who you actually are, not who your body is. You already know your body. Your body is not you. It is temporary. It will be gone. Your mind is temporary. It too will be gone. The personality that you think you are will one day be gone. And so it's important for you to remember who you are, so that when the clothing falls off, you will know who you are. You will remember that when the body and the mind cease to exist, you will not lose your consciousness, as the vast majority of human individuals have. The reason you can see the population explosion on this planet today is because there are many who have forgotten that are trying to remember, and many think they're supposed to acquire more wealth and power and control and authority, get more stuff and more things, rather than remember who you are. And so you find people coming back and coming back and coming back again and again, because they keep thinking they're going to find who they are in the world, but all you will get in the world is what is of the world. The gateway to returning to your source, to knowing yourself, is through the practice of what you call meditation. Without your ability being developed sufficiently enough to know yourself, that is, if you cannot distinguish between your thoughts, your memories, your emotions, and your biology, then you are bound to repeat the reincarnation process until you remember that the reincarnation process is only a process to help you remember that you are not your mind, you are not your body, you are a divine entity awakening to the act and process of creation. So he's saying to me there are people who want to ask him about this holy war that's going on right now. This because there are wars between religions and beliefs in the world, which again are distractions. He wants me to emphasize that a lot of the things that you're seeing, social, political, are distractions to keep you caught up in the stuff of the world. And what you need to do is you need to reconnect and recommune with the divinity that is what you are. You need to connect to the source of what you are. And if you can do that, you won't be so caught up in all the gobbledygook that's going on in the world today. That's my words, not his. His words are, it's imperative that you remember and know yourself. The function of your life here will change significantly when you reconnect to the nature of who you really are. Not who you think you are, not who you remember you're supposed to be, not your body, but to remember fundamentally who you are and why you came into this dimension. And I can tell you why you all came into this dimension. Ultimately, you came into this dimension to serve, to restore love's grace into your heart and into your mind, and then to offer that love's grace to others. Everyone that comes here because they want to awaken. Everyone that comes to this physical dimension comes to this physical dimension for the purpose of awakening. And unfortunately, many people don't awaken. They get on the birth and death cycle of a personality, no personality, a personality, no personality, and in that process, forgetting how to awaken. And so there are many of us here to give you instructions on the simple things that you can do to remember who and what you are, so that you can carry out your function of service from a place of knowing, not from a place of uncertainty. Many of you are still seeking in the world the information and the ideas that you believe are going to be the solutions to your problems, the source of your joy. But let me assist you in refocusing that consideration, that you discover your purpose and your focus for being and your joy is within you. It's not in this world. What you're seeking to find in this world, if it were in the world, you would have found it by now. Some of you have been doing this for many lifetimes. And so the journey must be not into the world further, but into yourself further, to go inwardly, to put the mind and put the body aside. Consider this. Every thought that you think in your mind that has been given to you by this world, if you could take all the thoughts, all your memories, all your emotions, and put them aside, because you're aware you have them. You're aware you have memories and you have thoughts and you have emotions. If you could put them all aside, what would you have left? What would you have left? Who would you be? How would you experience yourself? Without your thoughts, without your memories, without your emotions, if you put them all aside, put the world aside, because that's what your mind and your body are. They are of the world. Put the world aside and allow yourself to experience yourself as you are. The act of meditation, in its simple application, will lead you to that understanding and that knowing of what you are, that you can know what you are. Not who you think you are, not who your mother or father believe you to be, but who you are as a manifestation of a divine consciousness that extended itself into this world as yourself. So he wants me to reiterate the two processes, two things. Put your body aside, lie it down, sit it in a chair, go outside leaning against a tree, Get the body to completely relax. Pull your attention away from all the sounds and smells and touches and tastes. Go within. Go within. You might find it easier if you go within by moving your awareness to the point of the pineal gland. Move your awareness to the point of the pineal gland. And then when you're breathing your body, there's certain breaths that you can take. There's certain types of breathing you can learn to do where you can activate your pineal gland. Even if it's been calcified and had difficulties with the toxins and stuff, you can still activate your pineal gland even if it has been calcified by the toxins and stuff that have been put before you as you come through this world. But you can literally do this. Okay, remember that. You can literally activate your pineal gland. So there's certain breaths you can take. Again, if you want to learn more about the details of the breaths and certain things you can actually do to get to meditation as a functional practice for you in the simplest and easy way, sign up for our Masterclass 101 Awakening. Begins October the 10th. It's literally a course in awakening yourself. A lot of people think because your eyes are open, you're talking to people that you're awake. No, a lot of people have their eyes open, they're speaking, but they're not awake. They're caught up in their beliefs, their ideas, and that blinds them to many truths. But you want to learn the practice and function of how to get to who you are. Many of our students, when they go through the process in the very beginning, it can be very awkward and uncomfortable and frustrating because you're not used to it. The body's not used to having to sit still, and the mind is not used to being told to be quiet. But once your mind and body get quiet and calm, and you'll be walked through a process of breathing, you'll be working with ascended masters and angels and other multidimensional beings that come and work through me and our other mediums, where you will experience how to not only connect to your guides and angels, but you'll also begin to reconnect to yourself as you are. Not the egoic structure that the world has given you. You've been given the personality that you have right now was given to you. The personality that you have was given to you by the world, by your mother, by your father, by the school, by the books, by the parents, by the teachers, by the TV shows, by entertainment, by your friends. You acquired a personality. You didn't have it when you were born. You acquired it. And the personality you've acquired may be very beneficial for you, and it may be very detrimental to you, depending upon the nature and quality of the information, the beliefs, and the ideas that you've accumulated, all of which can be changed. Any belief, any idea that you have can be changed most easily and effectively through meditation, and then the application of consistent practices, training your mind, training your body to think, to speak, to act in very specific ways that support and sustain the new conception of your being as an act of your own free will. But you can learn to do this. Don't waste time. You can learn in a year's time, you can be a completely different personality. Literally, in a year's time, you can become a completely different personality. One that when you look in the mirror, you go, I like what I see. I know when I was younger, I used to look in a mirror and it'd be like I'd get up in the morning when I was 18, 19, 20 and look up in the mirror and I go, oh, you again. I literally would say that to the reflection mirror. Oh no, it's you again. And I would have those thoughts about myself. And those, of course, were given to me by my environment. But in a year's time, you could literally learn to look in a mirror and go, wow, I'm so grateful that I have that body. I'm so grateful to have this mind, because you are the agent that can change your mind and body. The mind and body cannot change themselves. Yeah. So remember that meditation is the primary tool for that. Someone's saying here, yes, I cannot imagine living on this planet now in the energy without meditation. Because of this, I can awaken and have awakened to my divinity and know my purpose. That's wonderful, Jasmine. Congratulations. Yeah, I like that. Thank you so much. Good morning, Lauren. Good to see you. Hi. Hello, Miss Pendulum. Good to see you, dear. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for liking the live. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for tapping the screen. Really appreciate that. Remember, every time you tap the screen or you share or you like or you give this a thumbs up, you tell the algorithm to share this information out to more people that might be peripherally on the edge of it, that might need just your comment or your like or your your idea to move this out to other people. So keep that in mind, that you're supporting that channel that way too. Hello, Lauren. Why did I awaken the other night as if I'd been violated? What happened? Yeah. Before you go to sleep at night, I highly encourage you to make a statement before you go to sleep at night. When you're lying your body down, you want to make this statement: only love enters this space, only love leaves this space. You want to go deeply into that feeling of those words. Only love enters this space, only love leaves this space. Because you already know that those were lower vibrational forces, Lauren. And there's a lot of demonic energies on the planet right now. There's a lot of them. And so learning to shift your vibration from a low frequency to a higher frequency moves you out of being influenced by these lower vibrational entities, right? There are many of them on the planet. You can walk down the street, and we're in a little town, near a little town here called Belleville. And in Belleville, I can't believe how many homeless people are in a little town, a little city like Belleville. It's unbelievable. I thought that only existed in Toronto, but it does exist. And a lot of this is happening because of lower vibrational influences. A lot of people playing violence, participating in violence through video games, through watching certain media, movies, entertainment that put the vibration of violence in your mind, or the vibration of sexualization in your mind, and put the vibration of guilt or shame in your mind. People don't realize that you're being conditioned, and that when you're conditioned to think and feel a certain way, you set your vibration a certain way. So Lauren, in your case, before you go to sleep, you want to say, only love enters this space, only love leaves this space. And you want to think and speak the words in such a way that you actually feel the energy of those words. Because the energy of the words, as you're thinking, feeling, and speaking them, will shift the vibrational state of not only the body's field, but the field around the body. So it won't just change the cellular vibration, it'll also change the frequency around the body. And that frequency around the body is what sends out a signal to higher vibrational beings or lower vibrational beings. If your vibration is low, they can sense it, and lower vibrational forces will come into your life. If you're in a higher vibrational state, then higher vibrational forces will come into your life. But yeah, that's a really, do that. Make sure you do that from now on. Hello, Angel Snow. Good morning. Thank you for the message and your guidance. You're very welcome. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Jasmine saying, I learned to meditate by taking the master classes. And yeah, it changed your life completely. KC1111. Yes, I remember a video you put before you mentioned that. I do it all the time. It makes me feel safe. Thank you for sharing that, Casey. I remember when they first gave me that, a number of years back, to just make the statement, but feel, don't just speak the words, don't just think the words, feel the vibration of the words, right? Because words, when they're spoken, structure physical energy, literally, wealth, joy, peace, prosperity, happiness. They're not just words, they're vibrations. So I'm really happy for you, Angel, that you're able to do that. Could you please see if my current financial situation will be improved before the new year, and if my job is stable, or will there be any changes in my work? Thanks. The fact that you have these considerations, reevaluate what you just asked us, and understand that each statement of your requested information establishes a vibration. And we would simply say to you to change those statements into affirmative outcomes. So let us say, for this one, where you say, if my job is stable, or will there be any changes in my work, we would suggest that you say, my job is becoming very stable and I'm always fulfilled at work. You must restructure the way in which your mind is holding on to information in order to change the way that information affects what you call your experiences, as every thought, belief, and emotion you harbor becomes a reality of your experience in this physical dimension, as this is a dimension of manifestation. The physical dimension is a dimension of manifestation, right? So meditation becomes very, very important. Yeah, Lauren, remember, it's not, you do have the strength. You already have the strength. Just be still. Really be still. Only love enters this space. Only love leaves this space. Go deeply into the vibration of that phrase. Only love enters this space. Only love leaves this space. Feel the vibration of the words, not just about mouthing words. Feel the vibration of the words, right? And because every word has a vibration, right? Yes, the same thing with your financial situation, Angel. Same thing with your financial situation. My finances are improving daily, and I'm delighted and happy to open my eyes every day. Structure words, ideas, information in a vibrational state that reflects the condition you want to manifest into your world. Right? You want to do that. Yeah, I know his energy is really powerful today. Yeah. So Kira's asking, does Archangel Michael have a message for me today? His energy is very intense today. Thank you, William. Kira, he's saying, other than the obvious consideration that it's important that you learn to meditate, to silence your mind and body, that you can begin to know yourself as you truly are and break free of the encumbrances of beliefs and ideas that do not reflect who you truly are. Learn to rest in the beauty of the stillness of your being and allow the vibration of the beauty of that stillness to come into your mind and into your body. Embody the beauty of what you are vibrationally into your body and bear witness to the miracle of transformation and change that occurs in your world around you simply by changing and altering the vibrational state that your mind and body are in as an act of your own free will. Wow, that's really great, Kara. Thank you. I love that. Hi. Thank you, William. Thanks for the courses. They have changed my life. If you all haven't checked out his courses, check them out. I'll show that up on the screen. There you go. Thank you, Kimberly. Really appreciate that. Yeah, so keep that in mind. They will change your life in very profound, simple, and easy ways. Right? Thank you. Hi. Yeah, we're taking questions and answers now, too. So for those of you that are asking, I've got Archangel Michael here. He's talking about meditate to remember is the statement of the title. Meditate to remember. Excuse me there. There we go. Let's see here. Thank you for liking the live. Tiff, have some dizziness, hoping spirit can tell me a fix for this, please. Again, the dizziness is a condition. Here's what they're telling me. This is one of your guardian angels. He calls himself Jeff. He's saying that the dizziness is very similar for her to vertigo, right? To vertigo. In other words, he's saying your vibration is trying to get higher. You're trying to get out of the body. He's saying if you want a resolution to the discomfort of the dizziness, then put your body and your mind aside. Give your mind and body a chance to be still. You must direct your mind and you must direct your body to be still, to be calm, to be quiet, to be peaceful, so that you can experience the vibrational request that you made for a higher energy to enter into your life. Right? Dizziness, like you're too high up, right? And he's saying, Jeff is saying, you've requested a higher energy to come into your life. Put your mind and body aside, because your mind and body perceive the energy as scary to them. So you need to put your mind, put your body into a very relaxed state so that you can begin to experience yourself as you are vibrationally. Right? Really cool. Thank you. Thank you, Jeff. Don't often get a guardian angel called Jeff. Very interesting. In fact, I think it's the first time. I'm just rolling through lots of, here we go. Some comments were filtered. Okay, I'm not concerned about filtered comments. Doesn't matter what your belief is, even if you don't believe in mediumship, even if you don't believe in the divine, even if you don't believe in guides and angels, there will be something here for everyone. There always has been, and there always will be. Hi, thank you, Kathy, for liking the live. Thank you for all the hearts, everybody. Really appreciate that. We're almost passing 10,000. Another 800 hearts, and we got 10,000. Hi. You're welcome, Kira. Hello, Moran. Shana Tova from Israel. Thank you so much. God bless. Yes. I call on Archangel Michael, Gabriel, and Raphael a lot these days. Too much? No, it's never too much. Never too much, but they're saying it's important that you experience yourself the way you intend to. You're hoping that we will reflect to you the evidence of a better self than the one you choose to realize in yourself. Please recognize the beauty of what you are. Recognize the beauty of what you are, not what your mind tells you, not what appears to be your body. Remember, your body is very uniquely tailored to you. The body that you are in hearing these words is specifically designed for you and your purpose. It's very well defined this way. It's for your purpose. So you want to do that. You want to get your mind and body aside. You can never meditate too much. Let me repeat that. You can never meditate too much, ever. And you can never, you need to learn your own consciousness. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you for that super chat. Kimberly, really appreciate that. Thank you, Amanda. Really appreciate that super chat. When we are whole, there's no need to heal anything in our bodies. Had this consideration come to me during my healing meditation. Who did this come from? It came from Ascended Master Jesus. That when you are whole, your body shall be filled with light. It's really true. Thank you so much, Amanda. Wow, wonderful message. Oh, you're very, very welcome. Lauren saying, I'm paying $5 per Patreon, but I cannot access you. I have a new email address. Go into your Patreon account, Lauren, and put in the new email address. That should remedy that. But I usually get notifications if there's a problem. But please try just resetting the new email in place, and then maybe assigning that email to the payment method that you're using on Patreon. Yeah, Patreon. We have a lot of fun on Patreon too. Hope you guys will join me on the 7th and the 21st of every month. We do our Patreon meeting on the 7th and 21st of every month. We have 2 tiers of patrons. Our lower tier, which we have just one live event a month, where we usually do a channeling, and then we do meditation, but we'll also take questions and answers. It's a lot of fun. And then on the 21st, for our higher tier patrons, we have meditation, communication, discussion. So our higher tier get 2 events a month. And if you're in the lower tier, you get 1 event per month on the 7th. And every event is either on the 7th or the 21st at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Patreon. Go to patreon.com/William Michael Forbes, and you'll be able to register for my Patreon there. Come and join us in private. Oh, you're very welcome, Iris. You're very welcome. Hi. There's no need for suffering. You need to understand there are low vibrational demonic forces on the planet. There's literally a spiritual war underway between good and evil, literally. And these lower demonic forces can only affect or influence you if you're on a frequency. If you're on a level, a frequency of anger, rage, guilt, shame, criticism, condemnation, fault finding, gossiping, all of these will lower your vibration and put you into alignment to lower vibrational forces. it's really important that you understand that demonic possessions are a real thing on this planet, and that it's out of control right now. But that anytime you get into anger or judgment of a harmful kind, criticizing people for no particular reason, hating, those will lower your energy. They'll lower your vibration. And if you get into lower vibrations, you'll connect to lower vibrational beings. If you're focused on compassion and kindness, patience, playfulness, curiosity, innovation, doing your purpose, doing things that you love and appreciate, talking good about people. Don't criticize, don't condemn other people. Look for the good, go about doing the good, thinking the good, speaking the good, and you'll raise your vibration up. You can also do that with food. In our master classes, we give you will actually be given a dietary program to follow that will literally raise the vibration of your body up. Because you want to make your body a higher vibrational instrument as best as you can. And you can change the vibrational energy of your body by what you eat, by what you drink, and even by what you say. Because what you say, when you speak the word, it comes into the physical body as a vibration, right? So what you think, what you speak affects the frequency of your body. What you eat affects the frequency of your body. And you need to learn how to control your frequency, or you're going to have these lower demonic forces interfering with you, right? And there's lots of these beings on the planet right now that are just energy beings that will just come into your field if you give them the doorway, right? And your anger, your fear, your guilt, your shame are doorways for lower vibrational entities to interfere with you. So you really need to keep your vibration high and up there. William, is there any message for me today? I am in Mexico City. I promised my mom I would bring her to Mother Mary's shrine. And when we left, we saw a lady who looked just like her grandma. Yeah, that happens a lot with Mary, with Mother Mary. She's quite the messenger of compassion and kindness and the divine feminine. But if I tune into her right now, the words I just get quite simply are very important that you always become conscious of love. That in any of your situations and circumstances, that your function of love is always exercised. Yes. And she's saying she's glad that you saw that your mother saw her, because that was the energy of her, so that she could have resolution, I'm told. She's saying that we gave your mother a chance to have resolution, is what that was for. Resolution. Hi, SJK. Wonderful to have you present with us. Thank you so much. I see you're one of my admins. Question: can anyone tell me where my dad's will is located? Thank you. Well, I'm getting goosebumps. I'm feeling his energy coming in. Yes. I'm getting two words coming to my mind. Safety deposit. That's what I'm hearing. Safety deposit. Does that mean like in a bank? No, it's just where it's been put where it's very safe. It's been put very safe. Yes. Yes. It's gonna be a lot easier to find. You're looking in all the hard places. He's saying, look, there are easier places to look. It's very obvious. But he's saying safe. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm misunderstanding you. He's saying safely deposited, not safety deposit, safely deposited. He's put it in a place where it is safe. All right. Someone asking, is it best to buy a home now or wait half a year? Every time we seem to have found a home, an obstacle appears. All right, I want to do this for you. From this point forward, all obstacles are removed from your home. You can go straight to your home now. It will happen within weeks because there are no more obstacles. You need to hold that in your mind. There are no more obstacles. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Remember that. There are no more obstacles. Lauren's asking, I feel my home was poisoned by low vibrational energies from envy and deceit. I keep trying to have a high vibration, but it's hard. Yeah. So I'm getting images of candle, but it's not about putting candles around. It's about the light. You need to bring the light, right? I don't know if you're meditating now, Lauren, but that will be really helpful for you to meditate and experience the vibration of love. To go through each of your rooms and sit down in there and bring the vibration of love to each room in the space, right? It's really important to do that. Kimberly's saying, I keep having a dream that I won the lottery. Congratulations. As above, so below. My children are becoming unconsciously aware of their dad's emotional limitations. How do I help them? How my children are becoming consciously aware of their dad's emotional limitations. How do I help them? Very important that you demonstrate love. It's very important that you demonstrate love towards their father. Demonstrate love towards him. I'm being told to tell you this, that if you demonstrate love towards him, you will help him break the emotional chains that he's currently in. Your love can do this. Your love can do this. And then the children will learn from you that love should not have boundaries or limits placed upon it. Do not teach your children that there are limits to their love. Show them the limitless nature of your love. There will be no more considerations of emotional limitations. Demonstrate love. Kim Ludolf is asking, my son's girlfriend is currently undergoing radiation for her brain cancer. She called in Archangel Raphael, praying radiation helps. Okay, I'm sending love immediately to that being right now. And I would also encourage that you tell her to look into fenbendazole and ivermectin treatments. There are different forms of it, but you can still get that material. Tell her to look into that. There's many groups on Facebook that people are literally curing stage 4 terminal cancer with certain practices. Again, this is outside mainstream. I'm not a medical professional. I'm just giving you what they gave me to give to you, to give to your son's girlfriend. Remember, emotion organizes matter. Ultimately, emotion organizes matter. Every human function, everything that happens in our flesh requires an energy. Everything that happens in your flesh requires an energy. Whether it's health or disease, it had a cause, it came from somewhere, but it ultimately goes back to a vibration. I don't know if your son's girlfriend meditates or not, but what Archangel Michael was saying earlier, and I'm paraphrasing now, very important to learn to meditate. Like she can literally go inside her brain because she lives in that body. She can literally go to the cells in the brain and tell the cells in the brain, you are being restored, re-energized, revitalized, refreshed. And if you really want, book a reading with me. Book a one-on-one session between her and me, and we will take her through a process. And if she's willing to go through the process, she can make great changes in her energy very quickly. Thank you. Hello, Moran. Good to see you here. Moran is asking, hi, dear William. I'm currently taking antibiotics because of dementia or dermatitis that keep appearing again and again due to a stress spot on my face. Is there another way to treat it? You might want to look into a substance that, remember, things affect the body, thoughts affect the mind, acts affect the soul. So for you, you might want to look into a substance called Rick Simpson oil. I'm going to leave it with you to evaluate that yourself, but look into that, okay? Rick Simpson oil. Hello, Wendy. Wendy's asking, beautiful morning. I believe the angels have a message for me, but it's meant for all in service related to healing and getting past limiting beliefs. Well, the fact that you're getting past your limiting beliefs and that you have that concept means you are getting past the limiting beliefs. Merely by the concept of getting past limiting beliefs can be sufficient to move you past them. Right? Very sufficient. All right. I still haven't found a human rights worker, and the military psycho laughs about it. Don't get too attached to them. Have I released emotional from my solar plexus chakra? Yes, you have, Iris. You have released a good deal of it. Very important. There are certain foods. If you look at the different energy centers or chakras in the body, there's different foods. Like for the solar plexus chakra, you want to be drinking like lemon juice, um, yellow peppers, foods that are in the yellow range, right? You want to start taking some of them. It'll help change some of the energy, but make sure they're living live foods. Yellow apples, bananas, anything of a yellow spectrum will really, really helpful for the solar plexus energy, right? Oh, you're very welcome, Wendy. Thanks for that super chat, Danielle. I really appreciate it. Question: after revamping and completing my online store, what does Archangel Michael suggest I do to launch it? he's saying do a happy dance first. Do a celebration dance. Celebrate the success before you launch it. Celebrate your success before you launch it. Yes, and then launch it. Oh, that's really cool, Daniel. Thank you so much. Hi. Hello. My daughter and me are manifesting a new place to live without mold. Will it happen in October? Hi, Yolanda. If you're sincere enough about it, yes. They're saying you must be very sincere. You still have some attachments to where you are, and you need to let those attachments go. There are also yes. Remember, mold is also a frequency that can be changed. You can get things to change the frequency of mold. You can do that. Thank you for that super chat, Amanda. Really appreciate it. I was able to see light around my teacher's head. It was a bright white and yellow. Am I able to see auras clearly now, or was it her vibration? It's not an either or, Amanda. It's both. Yes, you're beginning to now see the auric fields around bodies. And just remember, you don't try to see the color. Just look and watch, and it'll appear as what happened for you. But yeah, it's not an either or there. It's both. You're beginning to see, but your teacher is also able to emanate that energy, right? Which teachers should do that. Teachers can radiate the type of energy that you can perceive on a different spectrum. That's wonderful. Good news, Amanda. Thank you so much. Congratulations. When you start seeing auras, you can start understanding what people need to. Hi. How can I not be attached to somebody who chases me 24/7 with their implant? Well, get a high intensity electromagnetic, get a magnet, a high powerful magnet, and go over the body and neutralize the implant. The field, a strong magnetic field will destroy the function of the implant, right? Yes, a lot of people have been implanted with nonsense. Hello, Lady Diver. Could you please see any change happening for me? I can personally see a lot of changes happening for you. If I tune into your energy, you need to let go of your fear and your frustration. You need to let go of your indulgences in fear and frustration. You need to stop indulging in fear and frustration. That's what's keeping things stuck. You need to get into the energy of possibility. Even if you don't know what the possibility is, what if wonderful new things are possible for you right now? Consider that idea. Even the consideration that new possibilities are unfolding in life. Even the consideration to that idea can shift the vibrational state that's keeping you trapped. Right? Thoughts are vibrations. Words are vibrations. Hi. Does my grandfather Ed or my dad have any messages to me on my role in this world? Joy, the first thing I got is you have to choose. You came here to learn the exercise of choice. You came here to learn to choose. But they're also saying that they're both very proud of you too, that you're going to make the right choices. It's important you choose the right choices, right? But they're very proud of you. Be patient. Be patient with yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. Hi. You're very welcome. Can you please channel a message for me? Hello, Betty. I'm going to give this to you the way they're giving it to me. It is important that you learn to sit in the still center of the heart, where you will find the peace of mind and the hope that comes with such that it can unfold into your life. That's the way they gave it to me. That's the way you got it. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Well, now, everybody, it's been a wonderful morning. I want to say thank you to Archangel Michael and the other beings that have come through. Thank you for your support on YouTube. Remember, if you want to learn how to connect your guides, your angels, ascended master, you want to learn to shift your emotional, mental vibration from a lower frequency to a higher frequency, go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com. You can either book a one-on-one session with me, or you can sign up for our masterclass 101 Awakening, which begins October the 10th. There will be limited seating, so you're going to want to get signed up for that sooner rather than later. Keep in mind that you did not come to this world to suffer. You came here into this world to learn creation. I want to wish you all much, much love, and I'll see you guys on the Friday edition of Shortcut for Your Soul. I'm told that Ascended Master Jesus will be with us then, and I'm looking forward to that. Have yourselves a wonderful, a joyful day, and I will see you on Friday. Bye for now.